Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a video on how to shade, as this is one of the most requested videos that I've had, and I am more than happy to show you my process, what pencils I use, what rubbers, especially doing my graphite commissions. So I'm going to take you through the process of the most current commission I done for a Christmas present. It was for somebody's grandparent, which I think is the absolutely most beautiful present, if I don't say so myself. But honestly, it's so unique, so different, and a long-lasting memory. So let me take you on this journey. And so again, this is a disclaimer, I am a self-taught artist. I only started in March 2022, so my process is probably different to other people's, and this is just personally what I have found to have worked for me. I am learning along the way as well. There are different techniques, but this is what has worked the best for me so far. So I hope you enjoy it. Please subscribe and like this video if you want to see some more content. So enjoy. This is the finished commission of my customer's grandparents, and this is what it looked like. There are lots of different stages to this drawing. There's lots of dark tones, there's lots of highlights, there are lots of blending, definitely loads of blending, and lots of refining fine lines. Now I'm going to show you one area of the drawing, as this took me roughly around 24 hours in total. So let's get started. Firstly, you want to start with a base layer. I'm starting with a HB pencil, and I'm just going over the area that I want to work on. I like to work on small areas first, and then build up my picture, because I feel like it's a bit overwhelming if you just try and look at the whole picture. So I'm just going very lightly over with my pencil. Now I'm going to take my makeup brush that I don't use for my face, and I've just used this for drawing, and I'm going to blend this base layer very, very well. And you need to make sure that it is very blended, and you don't want to see those pencil lines. So I'm just going to take my time and blend all this area in. The paper that I'm using is actually Bristol paper from Canson. I think it's a USA company. I actually just bought it off Amazon. Love getting my stuff off Amazon, guys. There is just so much stuff out there and reasonably priced. I actually am from the UK, so I don't know if it's different in other countries, but Amazon, best thing ever, prime delivery, and you can actually buy things off small businesses as well. And I'm sure I have got a kneadable rubber from a small business. So once you've finished blending, what you want to do is go back to your reference photo and pick out the next layer, which is going to be darker than your base layer. So once I've blended all of this, I'm going to take my next darker pencil, which is to be Faber Castell Pitt Matte Graphite Pencil. And now I'm just going to go a little bit darker with that area and blend it. You have to keep blending, trust me. And then keep adding more layers with a darker pencil. So what we're doing is just building up layers. Next, I'm going to take my 10B Faber Castell graphite pencil, and now I'm actually going to start creating some hairs for the beard, and I'm just going to do with this with small strokes to create that realistic look. Just make sure that you're not rushing this process, and you try and pick out with your eye back to the reference photo and looking at every single hair detail that you can see. Then I'm just going to blend some more. You have to keep blending whilst you're going, Then I'm actually going to go darker, and what I like about Faber castell is they actually go up to 12B, which makes such a difference because you don't actually have to use charcoal. I know a lot of people like to use charcoal to make their tones very contrasting. And as you can see here, I am just concentrating on every single hair, every single line that I can see, and just make sure that you take your time with this and keep looking back at your reference photo. So now that I have blended most of my layers together, I'm going to start thinking about what highlights I can see, and this is going to be, because it is a graphite drawing, it's going to be the different tone of shadows that you will be able to see. So I will be getting my eraser soon after making sure that I've blended everything together nicely. The eraser that I'm using is a Monzo eraser. It's kind of overused for all my commissions that I've done this year. And now I'm just going to pick out all the highlights that I can see. Now this eraser I'm only using to highlight the skin area. I'm not going to use it to make the crisp highlights for the hair. I'm just continuing with that base and making sure I see little bits of skin detail and just making sure that is perfect before I start adding the final layer, which is the hair. Now I've got my electric eraser, and this will be the final layer, and this is an amazing tool. I would definitely recommend getting an electric eraser because you can really, as I'm using it here, you can make really good hair marks and create shadow underneath, and you won't have a very blurry drawing. You want to make sure that your tones are as contrasting as possible, but make sure that you're blending as well so the picture comes together. After a little bit more blending, this section is actually finished, and I am just going over making sure that everything looks perfect, and this is the end result. I hope you liked it, and this is what the drawing looked like when it was completed. If you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe and like my channel, and if you have any queries, please leave a comment in the section below. Thank you for watching.